In a realm where dimensions collide, two warriors from vastly different worlds found themselves face to face. On one side, Zuko, the exiled prince of the Fire Nation, master of firebending and a formidable martial artist, his spirit forged in the fires of adversity. On the other, Teen Gohan, the half-Saiyan son of Goku, a prodigy, whose latent power threatened to shatter the very fabric of reality. The stage was set for an unprecedented clash, Zuko versus Gohan. The air crackled with anticipation. Zuko, clad in his signature Fire Nation attire, took a low, defensive stance, his hands ready to unleash torrents of flame. His eyes, sharp and focused, scanned Gohan, trying to gauge his power. Gohan, in his purple gi, stood calmly, a slight breeze rustling his spiky black hair. He sensed Zuko's determination, a familiar fire in his opponent's gaze, but also a power he couldn't quite comprehend. The battle began not with a roar, but with a whisper of movement. Zuko lunged forward, a swift, agile strike, aimed at Gohan's midsection. As his fist connected, a burst of fire erupted, a precise, controlled explosion, designed to disorient and burn. Gohan, however, was faster than Zuko could have anticipated. He sidestepped with effortless grace, the flames licking harmlessly at the air where he had just been. Zuko pressed his attack, a flurry of fire kicks and punches, each imbued with the raw power of his bending. He moved like a dancer, every motion fluid yet deadly. Fire whips snaked out, fireballs soared, and a wall of flame momentarily separated them. Gohan, still in his base form, weaved through the onslaught, his movements blurring. He blocked a fiery punch with his forearm, the heat barely registering, and countered with a swift, open palm strike that sent a shockwave through the air, forcing Zuko to skid back. "You're fast," Zuko acknowledged, "but can you withstand the heat?" He channeled his inner rage, and the flames around him intensified, turning a deeper, more menacing orange. He unleashed a continuous stream of fire, a veritable inferno that engulfed the area between them. Gohan, for the first time, felt a slight pressure. He raised his hands, and a faint, shimmering barrier of ki formed around him, deflecting the flames with ease. Zuko's eyes widened. He had never encountered anything like it. His fire, a force that could melt steel, was being rendered inert. He changed tactics, focusing his fire into concentrated blasts, each one a miniature explosion. He aimed for Gohan's feet, trying to disrupt his balance, then for his head, attempting to overwhelm him. Gohan responded by deflecting the blasts with precise ki taps, sending them harmlessly into the sky. "My turn," Gohan said, his voice calm but firm. He vanished, reappearing instantly behind Zuko. Before Zuko could react, Gohan delivered a powerful kick to his back, sending him sprawling. Zuko recovered quickly, rolling and springing back to his feet, but the impact had been significant. He felt a dull ache, a reminder of Gohan's immense physical strength. Zuko retaliated with his signature technique, the dancing dragon form, a series of intricate movements that allowed him to generate powerful, continuous streams of fire. He moved with renewed vigor, his firebending becoming more fluid and unpredictable. He created fire daggers, fire shields, and even a fiery breath attack, pushing Gohan to move faster and employ more defensive ki maneuvers. Gohan, however, was still holding back. He observed Zuko's techniques, analyzing his movements, learning with every passing second. He saw the passion and discipline in Zuko's firebending, a stark contrast to the raw, destructive power he was accustomed to. He decided to test Zuko's limits. Gohan charged a small ki blast in his hand, a glowing orb of energy, and fired it. Zuko, seeing the unfamiliar energy, instinctively created a large fire shield, hoping to absorb or deflect it. The ki blast hit the shield, not exploding, but pushing through it, forcing Zuko to exert immense effort to hold his ground. The sheer force of the energy was unlike anything he had ever faced. "What is that?" Zuko grunted. "It's not fire. It's not earth. It's pure force." Gohan then powered up slightly, his aura flaring, and unleashed a rapid barrage of smaller ki blasts. Zuko, unable to maintain his shield against the relentless assault, was forced to dodge, narrowly avoiding each energy projectile. He realized that his conventional firebending might not be enough. He needed to get close, to use his martial arts, to find a weakness. He closed the distance, moving with surprising speed, and engaged Gohan in hand-to-hand combat. Zuko's movements were sharp, precise, and efficient, honed by years of training. He aimed for pressure points for openings, trying to exploit any vulnerability. Gohan, while not as formally trained in traditional martial arts as Zuko, possessed superhuman reflexes and strength. He blocked Zuko's strikes with minimal effort, his movements economical and powerful. A single punch from Gohan, even held back, sent vibrations through Zuko's entire body. Zuko, sensing the disparity in raw power, decided to use his environment. He kicked up dust, creating a momentary smokescreen, and then unleashed a powerful fire nova, a circular burst of flames, designed to engulf Gohan. Gohan, however, simply flew above the flames, hovering effortlessly in the air. Zuko looked up, his eyes widening in disbelief. He can fly? This was a game changer. The battle had just escalated beyond anything he had ever imagined. Gohan, now airborne, began to unleash a series of energy waves, each one capable of carving through mountains. Zuko, grounded, was forced into a desperate defensive, rolling, dodging, and creating small fire shields that were quickly shattered by the sheer force of Gohan's attacks. I need to get him on the ground, Zuko thought, sweat beading on his brow. He gathered all his strength. He decided it was time to end the fight. You're strong, Zuko, Gohan said, but this is where I stop holding back. A golden aura erupted around Gohan, his hair flashing from black to a vibrant gold, standing on end. His eyes turned a piercing teal, and the ground beneath him cracked under the sheer force of his power-up. This was Super Saiyan. The air itself screamed, and the pressure was immense, forcing Zuko to his knees. Zuko stared in awe and terror. The heat from Gohan's aura was far more intense than any fire he could produce. The power was overwhelming, suffocating. He tried to stand, but his legs trembled. He was facing a force of nature, something beyond his understanding. Gohan, now a Super Saiyan, moved with impossible speed. He appeared before Zuko in an instant, not with an attack, but with a gentle yet firm hand on Zuko's shoulder. The touch alone sent a jolt of raw power through Zuko, rendering him completely immobile. It's over, Gohan said, his voice now deeper, more powerful. You fought bravely, Zuko, but you can't win this. Zuko, defeated but not broken, could only nod. He had faced the impossible, and while he had lost, he had learned. The battle between Zuko and Teen Gohan was a testament to the spirit of warriors, a clash of fire and ki, skill and raw power. In the end, Gohan's Saiyan heritage and immense power proved too much for even the determined Fire Prince. But Zuko's courage and mastery of firebending had pushed Gohan further than he might have expected, leaving an indelible mark on both warriors. The victor was clear, but the legend of their clash would echo through the ages.